Roses. Another vine winds its way up her arm, adding to the web already there. Their thorns protrude in every which way. A single rose lays in the center of it all, caught forever by the vines of hurt. She winces as she drags the green pen across her own skin. She was crying with the rose on her wrist. Drawing each vine, she started remembering more and more pain and anxiety she had been holding in. She paused. It really is true that the pen is mightier than the knife. How strangely beautiful. She stared at the designs appearing on her wrist. She saw the beauty like usual and questioned why. Why could she only create such a thing of beauty only with her sufferings? And why was she so relieved to see such a thing happen? To others, these designs were just doodles, but to her, it was an act of symbolism. It was a way of feeling the pain without worrying everyone. It was her secret, her guilt, her pain, and she hid it well, at least as well as she could. Marie, you are so quiet today. What's on your mind? Alex looked over toward her friend. The unusual silence during their walk was echoing even in her mind. Nothing really. Marie seemed to shiver through her thin hoodie. The book we read for today's club meeting was interesting. Yeah. Alex knew that something was wrong. She knew better than pushing it, though. If she wasn't careful, Marie would grow weary of her again. Marie had avoided her for almost a month last time. Why can't she just come out and tell me already? She knows how screwed up I am. She knows that I'm fine with anything she tells me. But again and again, Alex failed at finding out what exactly was wrong. The silence lurked over them again. Only a few more steps. Still silence. Was this just going to become their new thing? Whenever Marie acted strange, they were supposed to just walk in silence? Alex couldn't stand for it. The dorms loomed over them, though. She sighed. Too late. The silent walk was finished. She had always loved roses, been drawn to them since she was a child. Often her mother was seen pulling her away from the rose garden where she hid. She had countless scars from where the thorns would reach out and scrape across her sunburnt skin. She didn't care, though. She needed somewhere to hide, and the roses had always been there for her. It wasn't strange, then, that all her drawings contained a rose somewhere hidden within. It also wasn't strange that she found herself being drawn to her one and only friend. No one else could be compared to a rose more than she. Her bright red hair was more soft than the finest rose petal. Her pale blue eyes held the same meaning of the blue rose. Her perfect nails were that of the white roses of innocence. Her unmarked peach skin paired with her pink cheeks in the autumn air. Even the scent of her friend reminded her of a moonlit rose garden. Alex woke up early, like usual. Opening the closet, she saw the things that had disgusted her father. Again, she wondered if this was what was bugging Marie. No, Marie was okay with it. She was supportive of Alex since the day she had met her parents and learned the truth. Still, what if Marie was just faking it? Alex forced herself to stop worrying as she grabbed a dress and overcoat from the closet. Then a small thought came into her mind. What if she had learned of my feelings? Alex sat down on her bed. Her newfound feelings. They could change everything. They made her life choice and fight for it meaningless. Alex looked over at the mirror on the wall. The flat-chested male stared back. He had identical rose designs on his wrists, identical bags under his eyes, identical hair pulled back into a messy ponytail. What was the point of becoming female to the world if he gained feelings for another female? Alex felt the two genders within her collide. Her feminine side, rooted in her for 18 years, had become who she was and felt safe as. Yet her masculine side had appeared out of nowhere and told her that her heart was beating for a woman for once. Wouldn't her father be proud? Alex just sat on her bed, feeling more and more depressed from the internal fight, not knowing what to do. Her finger traced the vines up her arm. Peace. Breathe. It'll be okay. Alex calmed down. Artificial or not, roses were still the only thing that had such calming powers over her. She still didn't know what to do, but she had classes to attend, and mornings for females could be long. Alex stood up, postponing the inevitable for a little while longer. Alex slipped on the peach sundress, then went over to her makeup section, knowing makeup was her new rose garden to hide within. Marie was still acting aloof around Alex. At one point, Alex saw Marie talking with someone across the quad. Yet when she called out to Marie, there was instant silence from her. That night, another rose bloomed. The cold moving in made the longer sleeves normal. Alex started skipping club activities, hoping Marie would enjoy them again if she wasn't around. Each day was a week in her mind as the hand of depression once again came knocking. The first time Marie met Alex, she wished Alex was a man. Then her wish came true. They had bonded over books and art. Marie, the writer, Alex, the artist. They each had saw each other's works and had wanted to meet up. She was excited to hear Alex's opinion and hear if she had any critiques for Marie. Marie knew from Alex's work that she had an eye for details. There was no other way to make such a beautiful forest scene out of on very close inspection, only roses in different stages of blossoming. Marie was not let down. She had heard better advice throughout their first conversation than all of her peers put together could do. Alex and her had just clicked. Marie had wished in that moment that Alex could actually be a guy, just because she needed a guy that would treat her and her stories the way Alex did. A year flew by fast, and during one of the midterm breaks, Marie needed a place to stay since her parents couldn't afford to spend the time to come get her. The day before break, Alex offered her place awkwardly, giving off the vibe that she didn't really want Marie coming. Marie thought it was just that bringing home friends to meet the family could be embarrassing. Everyone thinks their family must be the craziest in the whole world. Marie wasn't expecting the tension between Alex and her father, nor the secret Alex failed to tell her. As soon as they walked into the house, she could feel the tension between Alex and her dad. Alex's mother seemed to be forcing her smile as she took Marie's bags and led her to the guest bedroom. As she left, she could hear Alex's father saying something in a sharp tone to Alex, then a door slamming. Alex's mother apologized briefly, then left Marie to settle in. A little while later, Alex came to check on Marie. She had exchanged her sundress for a t-shirt and jeans, something Alex never wore. Her long hair was tied in a tight bun, and her right cheek was dark red. What happened? Marie lightly touched her friend's cheek, concerned. Alex looked away. Nothing major. I'm used to it. My father just doesn't want a person like me to be his offspring. Marie felt confused. What do you mean? You are perfect. I'm not the person you think I am. Alex left it at that and changed the subject, offering Marie dinner. The second morning, Marie woke to the sound of screaming. When I heard he was bringing home a girl, I assumed that he had finally gotten over this nonsense. Yet your son is still playing house as a girl. When Marie peeked out of the guest room and into the living room, she saw that Alex's father was screaming into his wife's face. She had no clue who they were talking about. Didn't really care. She snuck past and went to see if Alex was awake yet. She wasn't in her room. In fact, Alex was nowhere to be found. Marie could still hear Alex's father screaming. She debated on asking Alex's parents where she was. She almost walked into the living room, but the next thing Alex's father said made Marie freeze. Alex is supposed to be male. Why the hell is he dressing and acting like a girl? When will I actually have a son? This is all your fault, you hear me? Marie slowly walked in. What do you mean? They turned to her. Alex's father started to laugh. He never told you his real gender after all this time? And you never noticed? Marie felt shaken up, yet at the same time, a calm came over her. She felt relief that it was just a situation of Alex's father not accepting Alex's chosen gender. Marie realized that this was the worst place for him to be. She also saw that he loved roses because they could bloom where he could not. Where is Alex right now? I think we should go. The rose garden, where he always is. His obsession with that rose garden is the reason why he became such a disgrace to this family. Alex's father scoffed. You, sir, make me sick. I think you are the true disgrace. Having said her piece, she stomped to the guest room, packed up her stuff. Then she did the same for Alex. When she had everything, she packed the car and went looking in the rose garden for Alex. She found him curled, sleeping under a bush in the very back of the garden. This time, she really looked at him. Without the makeup and the dress, Alex really did look male. Yet at the same time, he was so feminine, especially with the rose petals that had fallen from an early frost pillowing his head. She wiped some dirt off his face. Suddenly, she felt drawn to him. Before she could stop herself, she kissed his sleeping lips. Marie fell back in surprise at her own actions. Sure, Alex was technically male, but he had chosen to be female. Girl, she's a girl. Marie reminded herself that Alex was supposed to be a girl in her eyes. That terrified her even more, though. It meant she had just kissed a girl, her best friend at that, and while she slept. Marie took deep breaths. This was now just her secret. She mustn't tell Alex what she had done, or why she did. It had been a year since Marie met Alex's family and learned that she was actually he. Marie felt bad about avoiding Alex, but she kept becoming overconscious when around him. Instead of her feelings drying off, they seemed to only increase. Marie could no longer see Alex as a female. No matter how much frills or makeup he wore, Alex just looked like a guy to her. Marie saw Alex again a week later. It was like he gave up on looking female. He wore a worn-out t-shirt, sweatpants, and no makeup. His hair was just a messy ponytail. His arms were swarmed by rose spirals. Before, he only used to have a single rose at a time, yet they had literally come alive and seemed to cut into his arms with his thorns. A closer look showed that the vines actually crawling up his neck. Marie knew she couldn't avoid Alex or her feelings anymore. She was too nervous to straight out say it, though, and even if she did, she doubted Alex would believe her. That Monday, Alex found a single green rose taped to his door. The rose of health. Someone had noticed him and was worried about him. The next day, it was a burgundy rose, the rose meaning unconscious beauty, given to people to tell them not to doubt their beauty. Then was the lavender rose, meaning a woman in her prime. This rose made Alex weep. He decided to leave a note for this person, asking who they were. They left a yellow rose, a friend. The next day, it was a peach rose, meaning although they were a friend, there was a little more to it. Each day, he got a different colored rose. Then he started getting different amounts of roses. Whoever this person was, they knew of his infatuation with roses and knew their rose facts and meanings. One evening, Alex found a bundle of 13 blue roses, the amount meaning that they were his secret admirer, the coloring meaning that they thought he was unattainable and out of their reach. Alex wanted to know why this person would even think that about him. In response to his questioning note, he received 12 purple roses. He was the person's one and only love, and they had fallen in love at first sight. The next day, he received 15 roses of black and white. Most people assume black roses are of death, but really, they mean that soon the receiver would know something they didn't know before. The white roses making the 15 roses a sincere and pure apology. But why were they apologizing? Just who were they? Alex left an orange rose of desire for the mysterious person, wanting to finally know who they really were. Instead of a rose, this time it was a section of an old newspaper that the college produced. The section featured a whole bunch of artists and authors. Alex realized who it was and blushed. There was no way, though. Her first sight of him was a female friend. She couldn't feel the same for him. There was no way. Yet, she was the only one that really knew him and his love for roses. He knew the truth. It was really her. That night, he made a phone call to his mom. Marie woke up to 99 red roses and 9 purple roses, a total of 108. She simply responded by sending Alex a text saying yes. She didn't care that he cross-dressed or loved feminine things. She loved him and accepted him.